Now, another clear signal from the Albanese Labor government today that it intends to recognise the non-existent, ill-defined, unresolved, unclear and ungoverned sovereign state of Palestine later this year. Now, let's be clear, this will do nothing for peace. It won't advance the Palestinian cause at all. In fact, it will only embolden the terrorist groups like Hamas and possibly even encourage Israel to fully annex Gaza and the West Bank. It is pathetic posturing by politicians who are not directly involved, but who want to make it look like they're doing something, when in fact they don't have the backbone to do what's needed, and that is support Israel in rooting out Hamas. Anyway, we heard today that Anthony Albanese is going to turn up in New York for the United Nations General Assembly next month, which is a clear sign he'll vote for statehood on behalf of Australia. And this comes after he had a phone conversation with the French President Emmanuel Macron overnight. Here's the Treasurer.
There has been a lot of progress and a lot of momentum behind efforts to recognise a Palestinian state. I've said before to all of you that we consider that to be a matter of when, not if. One of the most important things that we've been doing, I salute Penny Wong and the Prime Minister and others for this, is engaging with other like-minded countries, and the conversation that Prime Minister Albanese had with President Macron overnight is another important part of that effort.
What a hopeless bunch. And never forget that by their own admission, this virtue signalling diplomacy that they're getting involved in has been triggered in large part by what they've seen on television. No first-hand visits, no real intel, just reacting to media coverage and actually reacting to the public's response to the media coverage.
The images that we've seen, it's not surprising that so many Australians have been affected in order to want to show their concern at people being deprived of food and water and essential services.
But as I've shown you before many times, some of the images that Albanese and others have reacted to have been misleading, deliberately deceptive, purporting to show a starving child when in fact they are showing a poor little one-year-old boy suffering from a range of congenital diseases, including cerebral palsy. So while the suffering is real and traumatic, the media coverage trying to convince the world that Israel is starving Gazans has been blatant propaganda. Wider photos revealed by other media showed little Mohammed al-Matouk's mother and older brother were clearly not starving. And today we can show you another example of this manipulation. Propaganda orchestrated by Hamas and run right around the world. Many of you would have seen these images run on television, on websites, on social media, showing what is presented as starving children clambering for insufficient supplies of food. Still images of the same event have been widely published too. It all seems incontrovertible, doesn't it? I mean, pictures can't lie, can they? But a German newspaper has exposed wider photos that show the context here. You see the photographers organised in a prime position, presumably organised by Hamas. No food is being served, but rather what looks like an orchestrated picture opportunity. You can see the same children, the same utensils in the same places, only in reality they're not clambering, they're not distressed, they're not starving. That presumably was an act for the cameras. So you can't believe everything you see, especially when it comes out of Gaza, where Hamas is still in control, and the only media information, images and interviews that come out of Gaza are controlled in the end by Hamas, a bloodthirsty, Islamist extremist, terrorist organisation that obviously can't be trusted. If they can slaughter babies, if they can kidnap, rape and murder innocent young women, they'd hardly balk at staging the odd misleading photo.